player tip of the podcast is don't be a dick. Nice try.
Right.
I didn't do it.
Forgot about that.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
that's okay.
It's
You
habit.
tried. And that's
And
all that
failed.
matters. I want you to know that I appreciate the effort. I do. Now, and you can avoid dickitude by having a joke name. Now, before I turn this over to Ian, I do want to say that one time we did have a player tip that talked about not
having a joke
picking
name.
joke names. But that's
I know.
because different tables allow different things. And sometimes it's just the type of campaign you're running. So we wanted to revisit this. Ian, would you like to tell us about the joke name? Because this was blowing up all over the internet.
Corruption has spread across the land. The establishment and the theologians twisted forms of what they once were. Though a shadow of their former glory, a scion of the law family has come of age, sworn his divine oaths, and has taken up his ancestral blade to smite the wicked until they are purged from the land. His name is Law. Martial Law.
All right.
Oh my god, that meme you made with the sriracha just, oh my god, that was so funny. And I know you've mentioned that on the show, but to see it in meme form, you just
made it better.
you just nailed it. You want to finish that up?
There are many that frown upon joke names, so they feel that those who do are not taking games seriously enough. Too lighthearted or just plain trolling. There are those who do enjoy them, appreciating them for what they are. Sometimes they even help create a focus or an archetype for what the character is to be built off of. You never know where it may lead.
Yes, I absolutely thought I was never one for joke names for a long time because I did take my game serious. But then I finally realized it's a fucking game, people.
Yeah.
Well, I remember even complaining about, like, really? You just named your character Steve? I'm like, he was a common there. He never intended to be a hero. His parents never intended him to be a hero. Of course his name's going to be Steve.
But that's a great opportunity for the DM to offer titles and stuff to make it seem more legendary, right? Because
Right.
do you guys ever watch A Knight's Tale? I just watched that the other day. And you've got the main guy who he does a pretty decent job, but he doesn't really have enough personality, so he's got his little redheaded buddy there who just talks him up the whole time and comes up with these long, ridiculous titles and things and takes a very boring, otherwise uninteresting character and makes him known to the masses.
Behold, the protector of Italian virginity, Sir Ulrich von Liechtenstein.
So, once again, judge your table, talk to your DM, make sure they're okay with something like this.
Yeah.
Or do what Ian does and don't tell anybody till the end because the DM says, okay, no joke. What'd you say? No funny names. Okay. I need serious.
Okay.
And how did that unfold? What did you do there?
The film which game you're talking about, but there was one where the DM let it go because he just actually figured that out right away. Like, okay, so tell us about your character. I am playing Elven Fire Monk. And he is Bazu, and he comes from the Ka clan. Pauses. Did you really just name your character Bazooka?
Oh my god.
Hey man, if you're a fire monk, you may as well be, right?
Right. What is it? Bazu of the Ka clan.
Yeah.
And then the meme you just made, for those that didn't actually see it, you want to fill in and then we'll finish up.
Short version, the DM's like, no joke names. So what's your character? My character's name is Raja. He is a peasant who wishes to leave the family farm and go on adventures and maybe one day be a knight. Alright, that seems reasonable. Several months later. Alright, the king before you says, for the services you have rendered unto the land, I knight you, Sir Raja. You jerk!
Prove it! Oh.
Months of planning.
But anyways, it's okay to have joke names. Just make sure that you talk to the group and you have a good idea what type of campaign. Because if you're running a heavy duty horror theme survival, you don't want fucking Sir Racha to show up or Bazooka.
Okay. Or my very first character, Fruit Bat, the half-orc barbarian. Although the joke there, though, was in his backstory, somebody once said, "This guy's dome's a fruit bat," and it stuck.
and it just kind of stuck. So that's more of a title, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, that'll do it for our player tip of the podcast. Don't be a dick. And you can avoid dickitude by having a cool joke name. And make sure it works.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, you can't just. Yeah.
The
don't-
martial law one was good, though, I'll be honest. Hey, thank you so much for all your support and watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. We are the hosts of the Crit Academy, a Dungeons & Dragons discussion podcast.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button.
And be sure to ring that bell. Get our latest content as we toss it out there, and it's good stuff.
Everyone loves fat loots and great D&D inspiration. Keep your blade sharp and spells prepared, heroes.